My name is Jan Bearden, and I want to welcome you again to Morning Reflections produced by Raising Dreamers Ministries. Yesterday, we saw how our precious Lord Jesus is in the midst of our fires, and through those fires, looses us and lets us go. Today, we're looking at the result of walking through the fire with Him, which is His glory and the ability to comfort others in the same way we've been comforted. In Daniel chapter 3, verses 26 through 30, we see where Nebuchadnezzar came near to the door of the fiery furnace, and he called Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, and he commanded them to come forth. And they did. They came out of the fire. And all the wise men, the governors, the king's counselors who were gathered together with Nebuchadnezzar saw that the fire had not any power over the bodies of those men. The hair of their heads was not singed, and their cloaks were not harmed, and no smell of fire had come upon them. Then Nebuchadnezzar said, "Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who sent his angel and delivered his servants who trusted in him, and set aside the king's command and yielded up their bodies to serve him rather than serve and worship any god except their own." Then he decreed that all in the land should worship only the God of Israel, who was the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Nebuchadnezzar had been involved in worship of idols his whole life. He was a man bound by the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches. Yet here he had come face to face with the living God and could do no other than to acknowledge him as the true God. Also, after these three men had walked through the furnace, they were free not only physically, but strengthened in their relationship with the God of Israel. And being loosed from their bonds, their sphere of influence was now greatly enlarged as they were promoted in the kingdom of Babylon. Proverbs 29:2 says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice." Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's ordeal was known throughout the land, and they were now in a position to be able to empathize with others who were going through their own trials. They knew the power of the living God through personal experience, which now gave them a platform from which to speak to others about His power, compassion, and the hope He offers to anyone, Jew or Gentile, who comes to Him in faith. Ladies, as your neighbors, family, and friends watch you walk through everyday difficulties similar to their own, and they see your peace that passes understanding, they can have hope that there is more to life than what they're living. You have the answer they are so desperately seeking, our blessed Lord Jesus. You have a story to tell, a message of comfort and hope. 2 Corinthians 1:4 says that we may be able to comfort them which are in any trouble by the comfort wherewith we ourselves are comforted of God. See you tomorrow.